Hi and welcome to this simple and quick video about beginner tips for the First Descendant. You've probably already watched other beginner tips, guides, or starting guides made by more experienced and veteran players than I am. They've done a great job explaining the basic of the game. So this video isn't a guide, it's more like a collection of tips for new players that I've gathered during my playthrough, using my experience from other games. Most of the guide videos I've watched are by players who have already reached the end game. You'll see their weapons at level 100, DPS at 400k, multiple descendants and some of them are premium, and unlock module slots and farming area. I'm not trying to bash them, but it's frustrating because that's more of an endgame focus. So there's a saying, if you want something done, just do it yourself. So that's why I'm here. As you can see, I'm not very far into the game. I've spent around 30 hours and only reached Acna Desert, the first region. I feel like no one is talking about these things, so hopefully this can help you enjoy the game more. If you've played looter-shooter RPG games like Warframe, The Division, or Destiny, you know that farming is a big part of the experience. It's necessary to give the game replay value so that the company can sustain for a long time. However, certain things are locked behind progression. So my first tip is simple. Just play the game and progress through the story mission. At some point, you want to get stronger. You might wonder if you can reach level 100 before the first boss fight, or get so overpowered that you can speed through the content. The answer is no, because weapons in this game are region locked. By progressing through the story, you'll unlock more areas, higher level weapons, better modules, and material to craft powerful gears. It's similar to Death Stranding. As you unlock new regions, you gain access to better technology, making the game more fun and easier. In The Division, you don't get high-end weapons until you reach level 30, unlock gear scores, and difficulty tiers. Most of the farming areas are located at the end of the story, so when you see guides about best mods or weapons, remember that the place to farm those materials are usually near the end of the story too. Later in the story, you will get your first ultimate weapon, which may feel underwhelming at first, but let me tell you, it's one of the best weapons you can get. So it's safe to invest in it. As you can see, I've gone all in on unlocking its unique abilities. I even farmed 3 more of these weapons. It is my go-to weapon for now, and it helped me kill monsters in the recent or higher level area. Farming this weapon is fairly easy because it only requires one material, and it's available early game. You can find the info here. On PC, you press M to open up the map menu and then go to access info on this side. And then you can go to weapons. Then you can open this one. You can also find the info here. Click this one, press F. And then as you can see, it's in sterile land, normal, external factor. You can click that one and then it will point you to the right mission. You can go Alt, scroll, or press T. This is the Thunder Cage material. So I do recommend that you farm this weapon. This game gives you several powerful starting items that are useful until the end game. For example, the Descendant Bunny is still used by many endgame players for farming. She is one of the first additional descendants you'll unlock. Of course, you'll be tempted to unlock other characters like Enzo or Falby, but after seeing how ridiculous the material requirements are, you'll stop worrying and just play. There are 2 other descendants that the game gives you for free and are easy to unlock as you progress through the story. One of them is Reina, part of the side mission, so you won't miss her. And her material requirements are similar to Bunny and Thunder Cage, with only one type of item needed, as you can see in the detailed list here. As I progress through the story, that's when I noticed this. Sharon stabilizer. It's Sharon material. So I checked the info. And wow, she is actually the fourth free descendant to be unlocked as you progress through the story. So I will get that too. I feel like the drop rate is lower than Bunny, so you might not unlock her automatically as you go through the mission for the first time, but you can always check after each mission and restart until you get what you need. Definitely look forward to unlocking them. At some point, I was stuck in Vespers because my character and weapons were too weak. This is where you might pause, look up guides for the best mods, weapons, and character, and realize that's endgame content. And you are just starting out. Some good modules are available from the start, like increase HP, increase defense, shock punch, rifling reinforcement, fire rate up, expand weapon charge, which is increase magazine capacity, action reaction, and so on. At this point, I was also farming Thunder Cage material and gathering material to unlock Freyna, while checking if any good modules were within reach. Most people recommend action and reaction, so definitely recommended to get that one. It is in Steriland, large nuclear reactor, and it's a quick mission that you can go solo. It has 12.5% chance to get it, but the time you go to activate the mission and then starting and clearing up the mission, it's quite fast, so you'll get it in no time. Remember, you are still weak at this stage. I saw a video about the best mods, and oh, long distance maneuvering seems kinda cool. So I check the acquisition info and then go to Slumber Valley. What? But with only a 1% drop chance, I decide to skip it for now. Don't upgrade modules blindly. By now, you should know how to upgrade your modules, so I won't go into details about that. But as you can see from my guns, I have upgraded the modules to the highest level possible, the rifling reinforced and fire rate up. However, this is also increased the cost to equip them, and my module capacity is already at the max. If I could, I would lower the level by a few points to squeeze in one or two additional mods. I do wanted to add this recoil mod, the vibration absorption, but I couldn't because the cost was maxed out. But as you level up, your slot capacity increases. I am at mastery rank level 11 and the capacity is 45 increased, but even now I maxed out and can't do much more. Only a few modules are usable at your current stage, so upgrade them mindfully. You can do equip recommended modules in this one, and that should sort out the mods to the max capacity. Sometimes the mods are not into your liking, but you can just apply that and then change accordingly. The Descendant modules are a bit different. You can safely upgrade them to the highest level, especially the submodules, which can help increase your slot capacity. I definitely recommend upgrading. Most people will recommend upgrading increased HP and defense, and the submodules as well, which in this case Shock Punch. And this will be the first submodule that you will unlock early on. I do upgrade Nimble Fingers because it helps with the skill cooldown. You probably already know this, but all the information you need is in this menu, Access Info. You can also track your progress by pressing U on the item you want to check. Descendant. For example, I'm missing this one, so you can press U to track it. It's useful, and I use this to track Thunder Cage material when farming. To check, press U when you are off menu to switch it. So after every mission, you will know if you get it or not. Farming can be boring, a lot. So sometimes if an area is too big, having a bunch of players around can ease the pain. But if you are like me, a solo player and an introvert who doesn't want to socialize, don't worry. This game handles it well. There are usually other players doing the same thing as you. I will check on the map, go to social tabs, and see local players. You can also go to maps and look for the white dots, indicating another player on the same mission. If they are placed here, they are more likely farming the same thing as you. You can join them or help out. You can join them by going to the mission and then press join if the mission already started, or you can immediately attack the monsters that spawn in that mission area. You will immediately join the mission together with them. Don't be afraid to throw away equipment. There's a lot of loot in this game, and you'll fill up your inventory fast. You can increase your inventory capacity by ranking up, but I usually mark everything as junk and dismantle it for materials. You could sell it, but the gold you get isn't worth it. So dismantling feels better because in this game, material is everything, and the money or the gold you can just farm those at another mission. What I do is filter junk. You can press it here. For weapons, I keep it at rare or higher with the weapon level currently at your average higher level. For reactors, I set it to ultimate or higher and external component ultimate or higher. Because at this point in the game, I will less worry about min-maxing and more focus on stats. So after you set up the bulk exclude junk filter, you can hold shift to mark everything purple and blue as junk, same as this one, and then you press Ctrl to dismantle the junk. That's how I clear my inventory. Of course, it's probably not the best method, but I don't know, that's just what I feel. You can also manually mark the item as junk by pressing J on the keyboard and then Ctrl to dismantle. So again, I don't really care about the min-maxing and the set and whatever that is. I will be more focused on stats, which one increase my current skill powers and the rest. I will just mark all the purple ammo as junk and dismantle all of that because the ammo of this weapon are so rare, it's almost raw. It will just waste your weapon slot. And it's only have 2 shots. Sometimes I'm done after the first shot. So weak. So don't worry about this weapon. Some people might be able to utilize this, but I will just using it for fun and throw it away after I'm done. It's kind of cool animation though. Look at my big guns. Of course, these are just general tips. There are tons of guides video out there that are better than what I can offer, but this is just something I wish someone had mentioned. I was so fixated on farming for the best gear first so I could progress later, but it made me stuck. There will be a back and forth between continuing the story and farming. I have given you some easier and lighter farming items to help set a goal at this point and leverage your character enough to progress. So farm Thunder Cage, farm Freyna, and farm Sharon. Also farm Action and Reaction, which can help a bit. Upgrade Descendant module and just progress through the story. Of course, if you feel like under level, you can just go to Kingston and then do this special operation, defend Albion resource, and it will help to level up your character and mastery rank, which can help to make your character more a bit powerful because as your descendant level up, your skill will level up as well and make it more powerful. Because there's so much you can do and need to do in this game to get more powerful, and I did feel overwhelmed by all the menu and stuff. So I hope this can help newer player who are familiar or just starting with this type of game. I do have some other more specific things that I want to discuss, but let's just save it to another video. I don't want to make this video too long with too many topics at once and overwhelm you. Again, there's other who made great quality guide that I am right now and more detailed topics. So do check that one out. So thank you for watching and see you soon.